Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Game Club. We're going to be looking at another new game. And this game for the PlayStation 1, you guys voted on. The top two winners were Mega Man X4 and Legend of Dragoon. I'm going to do Legend of Dragoon first because Mega Man X4 I actually have two copies of. I have a copy for the PlayStation 1, but I also have the remaster for the Switch, and I'm trying to decide whether to play the remaster, even though because it's the exact same game. It's not for PS1. It came out for PS1 originally. The only reason I would play the remaster is because it would mean higher video quality for you guys watching. So, vote in the comments. Would you like to see it played on the original PS1 hardware, or you want to see it, or do you want to see it on the Switch? Just let me know. It's the exact same game, so it doesn't really matter to me. But just let me know in the comments what you guys would like to see. All that being said, this is Legend of Dragoon that you're watching right now. This is a RPG that came out at the very end of the PlayStation's lifespan. So it's kind of appropriate in some ways. It's going to be one of our last episodes for Video Game Club about the PlayStation because this was such a late release for the PlayStation. It's 2000, so the PlayStation 2 was coming out soon, and this was directly in response to Final Fantasy VII's success. It's not a Square Enix title. It was actually done by a totally different studio. It's a fan favorite for the PlayStation. A lot of people are calling for a sequel, calling for a remake, especially in the wake of Final Fantasy VII Remake coming out. A lot of people are like, we want some Legend of Dragoon. I have a sad history with this game. I made it all the way to Disc 4. Put Disc 4 in, and I don't know if you can see this or not, but it scratched horribly. And I load Disc 4. I played about an hour on Disc 4. I go to a loading zone, and the game will never load the next room. So I have not been able to complete this game. I am like 40 hours in and can't finish it. So I'm actually looking for another copy of it. I own it digitally on the PlayStation 3. The problem is that this game uses active time battle commands, which I'm going to demonstrate in just a minute. And the PS3 version has tons of lag, input lag, making the game really hard to play on the PS3 Classic, or the PS3 PS1 Classic PS3 library. We have an opening cinematic cutscene because it's an RPG, of course we do. War. War never changes. And we can't have chocobos because that would be too Final Fantasy. We can't have horses because that would be too normal. So we have whatever these things are. We get to focus on this chicken for some reason. Music in this game is very good. Graphics are good for the time, especially, it was a late game release. I mean, we're almost PS2 quality here. A lot of cinematic cutscenes because that was the norm for the PlayStation 1. Again, the PlayStation 1 had a lot more storage capacity than the N64, so you had a lot of high storage data content like this on the PS1.
Great Commander, this way.
This way, Commander.
So this is her.
They were looking for this girl because she's got some sort of secret powers that I don't want to spoil if you ever get to play the game.
Indeed. Put her in custody. Is this really necessary? It is His Majesty.
Some great voice acting, let me tell you.
Who is she?
That guy's okay.
Your concern.
That is not your concern. Sorry, that was my remote vibrating. Love this thing that doesn't look anything like a horse, neighs like a horse, so that you know that it's a horse-like thing. Fortunately, it's got one of the shorter RPG openings that there is out there, so it's not too bad. Alright. I say that. It has a little bit more in-game graphic cutscene stuff going on, but we'll try to go through the text quickly so we can get to the game. I'm starting on a new save file because, again, my old save file, I'm on disk 4 and like I can't go anywhere because it keeps messing up. So I'm also not showing this on the PS3 because, believe it or not, the PS3 was so well made that my Elgato HD60S won't capture footage from it. So, and currently there are no workarounds, so it's actually easier to record this, that, and the action time commands. I hope they work. Maybe there's no lag with the Elgato. We'll see. Otherwise, I'm gonna look really stupid. Chapter 1: The Sardian War. That was a green dragon, if you couldn't tell. Dragons in this game, Legend of Dragoon. Got dragons. This is Dart. He's our hero. Spiky hair protagonist. Reading the news. He's a mercenary. He left his home village to get revenge for the death of his parents from another village. So he's going back to the village that adopted him after his village was destroyed as a child. And it's just been destroyed. So Dart doesn't have a lot of luck with home villages like most protagonists. Like a boss. We don't get to fight these guys because we got a dragon to deal with. Oof. So in this game, you find out that Dart and several of his companions are what they call Dragoons, which is like medieval Power Rangers, I guess. They like transform and everything. The main battle system thing is that it is turn-based, but you do have action commands, kind of like the Paper Mario series of RPGs, or even Mario RPGs for the Super Nintendo. So whenever I'm in a battle, I'll have timed action commands that I can take advantage of to do more damage in moves called additions. This is Rose. She just saved our life. Rose is going to be one of our party members later. Rose already is a Dragoon, so she's going to be the one who tells us everything we need to know about being a Dragoon when we unlock that ability a few hours into the game. So she saves our life, tells us that the village up the road is getting attacked. Dart's very upset about it in a minute, and then we're finally going to get into some gameplay, like 10 minutes before we get into gameplay, but that's RPG stuff for you, so. Run, Dart, run. There's no way. Yeah, ask her why she has only one boot on. I can't figure it out. She's got like a shoe and a boot. Because, I mean, Dart has a sleeve and no sleeve, so I guess it makes sense, right? Apparently in this reality, people wear non-asymmetrical clothing. It's kind of weird. Okay, we're finally in control. We're going to jump this fence. And we're immediately going to get in a fight. with these two. Or beating up on this old man. Exposition. There we go. Finally. Fight. Okay, so first fight. Two guys and dart. They're pretty wimpy as first fights go. We'll attack this guy. Alright, I'm trying to aim for the box. Like I'm trying to get lined up with the squares in the box. Got it. And so because I did it right, I get an extra move. Later on you get like up to 10 of them if you can hit them, and they come fast and it gets harder. But you start out with some really easy ones. Bingo. And you unlock more as you level, and you know you can do more damage. It's kind of fun. It's a lot more interactive than your standard, you know, just attack here, wait, attack here, wait. You can block as well. Sometimes. And this poor old man's gonna die. Poor guy. Shanna. So Shanna's the girl, and of course her and Dart are close childhood friends. She thinks of him like romantically, and he thinks of her like a little sister. That's a pretty standard RPG trope. This game is pretty full of them. The menu's got this nice little apparently my memory card is full. Which one? That's level 24, so I'm gonna override it. I want to keep that other one just in case one day I can get another copy of this game with a 4th disc. It's actually not the first time that ever happened to me. The very first RPG I ever played was way back when I owned a new PlayStation 1. I was in high school, and my cousin brought over a game called Xenogears, which I have a copy of now. And I played all the way through the first disc and loved it. Just loved everything about it. I never played anything like it. And it's a great game. Well, the first half of it's a great game. I'll explain that in a sec. So I played all the way through the first disc. I was really excited. I never played a multi-disc game before. It was like insert disc 2, and I was like, yay! So I put disc 2 in, and the game wouldn't even start. It had so many scratches in it because, again, I'd gotten it from my cousin. So I didn't get to finish that game for, let me think about this for a minute, 60, over 15 years. Didn't get to finish the game. I just would replay the first disc over and over again because I liked it so much, until finally I got tired of that and sold the game, right? So 15 years later it comes out on the PS3, PS1 Classic Edition. So I downloaded it like day one, and I would have bought an original PS1 copy, but they were expensive back then. It was over $100 back then. Of course, you know, the price has gone down a lot. So I finally buy the game. I go through the first disc, and it's great. I get to the second disc. Oh boy, they lose their minds. I guess they were trying to rush to finish it. And the first part of the first disc is pretty good, but it just goes way downhill. And I was so disappointed. It's, you know, those phrases, never meet your heroes. Oh man, it though disappointed me. So I'm kind of hoping this game isn't the same story, that like I don't go 15 years before I can actually finish it. Maybe I can find another copy somewhere. Let's get down to business. Got him. This guy over here will run away. If I remember, well, unless I kill him first. He might just, yeah, there he goes. That's awfully cheeky of you. That's 6. Now there's 2 mechanics I can show off. One is that every time you guard, you regain health. You also take less damage, so I can guard twice. Your turn also comes up again faster. Now I'll probably use an item next time I need a heal, so I can get back on equal footing with this guy. That should have brought me back to full health. He's going to throw a burnout item, which I'm going to throw one right back at him. Show off how the magic works in this game. It's not usually always items. You do have magic spell items, but you also have stuff when you get the Dragoons later. So I'm going to throw this and I can tap the X button and we'll do more damage. I am like a MASH expert, so I got up to like 160. So that's 160% damage. It just does more. Now he's going to heal because he's a jerk. I have 2 of those, so why not? Here we go. See if we can beat my record. Messed up. Nope. Messed up. And he's dead. Or I think he's going to run away, but looks like he's dead, doesn't it? Just looking at this screen right here, you can tell there's a lot of Final Fantasy VII in here. Alright, leveled. I got a new edition called Volcano, which I can show off. So I'm going to talk to this old man. He tells me don't worry about the town, go save the girl. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to kind of, normally you'd run around the town to pick up items and stuff, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to run on. Like this guy up here on the road who teaches you some of the mechanics of the game. I already know how to play, so I'm just going to run right by him. Out. So, overworld map. Well, no, we got a cutscene. Crap. Now it's RPG, what can I say? Just telling us what's going on. Putting the girl in the prison. So we'll go rescue her. She'll become a party member eventually. So she's not just a damsel in distress. She is an active character in the game. Which I like. After you rescue her, she's like, I can fight too. And so she does. Now this big jerk, his name is Frugal. And he's kind of a jerk to, you know, his employees here at the prison. He's not a good boss. Yeah. You wouldn't want to bring your daughter to work day or anything like that. It's a real jerk. Okay, I gotta go to the forest. Go in the forest, cut through the forest, and then we get to the Helena prison. This is a pretty location with rabbits. I got a merchant here I can buy stuff from. Actually, I meant to buy something. Let's see what he's got. Mashing through too fast. Has he got any weapons or anything? Buy. No, just stuff like that. Alright. No, thank you. Alright. There's chest. Run. Alright, the triangle on top, start out blue. It will turn yellow. And then when it hits red, I'll be in a fight soon. Now you can turn that off. I like to leave it on. Just because I like to know when I'm going to be in a fight soon. So any second now. There we go. So you have like a visual timer on like a lot of RPGs, and of course there are items that allow you to go further without getting a fight, but you guys are here to see gameplay, so. Oh, I forgot to equip the new edition, didn't I? I'll do it when I get through this fight. I also didn't heal, apparently. Sorry, we'll heal real quick. That was not a stone. It's like a boulder. Also, the red triangle means he's about to drop. That's another thing. Is the little triangles are useful information for battles. Like I'm gonna target him, it'll be blue. That means he's good and healthy. Yellow means that he's half full, and red means he's about to drop. I don't know what that does. Apparently it hurts. Alright, first things first, open the menu. Item, use, healing potion, dart. Alright, now, additions. Volcano, now they level, and as they level, you unlock new ones. And you level them by performing them successfully. So if you stink at doing them, you're going to find it pretty hard to get very far in this game. This is kind of like a Scooby-Doo maze. It's kind of goofy. There's a chest over there, but in the sake of progressing things. Also, this is kind of a long episode, apparently, so we're going to keep moving. Like a boss. Let me tell you, this guy doesn't mess around. It's like giant wolf thing. Get out of my way. Maybe these things are just really wimpy. I don't know. Run. Here we go. Let's try our new addition. On this poor, unsuspecting tree. I can change the camera angle, by the way, which sometimes helps when you're doing additions. I have a certain camera angle that makes it easier for me to pull them off. Let's see here. Except I stink, and I can't do it. Alright, try again. That was a counter, but I got it. Now, since this is a tree, I'm going to bet that the burnout... He's throwing rocks at me. I'm going to bet that the burnout will one-shot him. Although I probably didn't need to, because... $162. And he's very dead. Yeah. They were definitely going for a let's make Dart cooler than Cloud thing. The only problem is that to be cooler than Cloud, you have to have a bigger sword than Cloud, and Dart... I'm sorry, buddy. Your sword is too small. Alright, guys. Unfortunately, we've run out of time for Video Game Club, so we're going to call it... Oh, well, we'll do one more fight, and then we're going to call it here. But I hope that you enjoyed getting a little bit of a peek at Legend of Dragoon. This is a great RPG. I had a really big blast playing through it. And like I said, the only reason I haven't completed it is because disc 4 has failed. So, you know, if you got a disc 4 laying around somewhere, I'd love to have it. I'm just kidding. All right, let's see. We got this. Pop. Ooh. If I miss that, he hits me. So you don't want to mess it. You don't want to mess it up when it turns red. That's bad. But if you like RPGs, I recommend this one. It's very good. Maybe one of these days it'll get a remake. But I hope you guys have a good week, and look for Mega Man X4 tomorrow. Let me know in the comments if you want on the Switch. I know it's PS1 episodes. It is a PS1 game. Even on the Switch, it's still just a remaster of the PS1 version. But if you want it on PS1, you know, that's up to you guys. I figured it'd be a little less grainy and pixely like this one is. But, you know, if y'all want authentic, let me know. Y'all have a great one. And I'm going to be putting up another survey very soon about what console you guys want to see next. I'll give you a list of consoles that I own. Older consoles. I'm going to try to save newer consoles for Friday streaming, which is something I wanted to talk about. Every Friday, until the quarantine's over, I'm going to try to stream on Twitch a modern console game. So classic games, 5 days a week, and then on Friday, we're going to stream modern games, modern titles. So we get a little bit of a sprinkling of everything. So anyway, guys, have a good one. Talk to you later. Bye. Peace.